Everybody's talking about Elon Musk buying MSNBC or potentially doing so. Now, I don't think that's actually the biggest news involving Elon Musk that's going around right now, but him suing Twitch when Twitch is really on the ropes right now as a company, just getting destroyed left and right, and we've covered that this week. We'll get into it a little bit again, is way bigger. And it could change the landscape of streaming, of video games. I think this is huge. And so we covered this on our Fandom Pulse Substack. I'm going to get into the news in just a moment about this. Please smash that like and subscribe button. Join us here. Join our community as we're saving the culture from what's going on with all these weirdos out there, just like Elon. We're doing it by our media reporting, both on the YouTube here and on the Fandom Pulse Substack. Now, this is where we are writing the articles that are getting read by a lot of YouTubers. We have John Trent, the former editor-in-chief of Bounding Into Comics, joined us full-time about 2 weeks ago, and we are just absolutely crushing it in terms of views. And if you guys don't know, he's the guy who writes a lot of the video game articles that have been used over the last several years by like The Quartering, Yellow Flash, Tim Pool, even more. Big stuff. And so we are very, very happy to have him aboard. And this is a site that doesn't use advertising. It's all supported by viewers like you. So please come in, subscribe, and if you would, grab a paid membership, because we want to do our journalism full-time without any fear of being censored, and this is the best way to do so, with direct support. Now, we do have other contributors as well. The Gator Gamer, of course, is a great one. We appreciate his work here on diving into this, and we'll get into this here. Elon Musk adds Twitch to GARM lawsuit over alleged advertiser conspiracy to boycott and take down X. Texas opens antitrust investigation. This is huge, everybody. And I don't know that many people will be reporting on this. So Twitch is owned by Amazon. And Amazon is actually, at this point where they're closing a lot of their initiatives that are not profitable and not working for them. I'm wondering at what point they decide to spin off Twitch or just get rid of it, because of all the problems that they're causing for their parent company at this point. They did just close their Kindle Vella program this year, which they tried to push as a subscription service sort of thing with serialized fiction like Tapas or Webtoon, and it just failed. Nobody went in on it, and so that's over. So Amazon is like cutting things right now, and it would be very interesting to see if Twitch gets on the chopping block after all the problems that have happened this last week. So the Twitch, the Amazon-owned video streaming service, has been added to the list of companies and organizations being sued by Elon Musk over claims they engaged in conspiracy to cut off advertising dollars to deal significant damage to X, the social media website formerly known as Twitter. Don't dead name X, my friends, because that would be bigoted. In the wake of Musk's free speech initiatives at the platform. Now, this has been happening all year. If you don't know the background on this, Disney, a bunch of other companies decided to cut advertising on X together. They actually conspired to do so, to try to shut down the platform and tried to hurt them. And they did so because X was going to influence the election by allowing free speech. Now, the election was influenced in 2020 because all big tech colluded together, and this was admitted by Mark Zuckerberg in congressional hearings, to suppress information that was positive towards Donald Trump and, of course, amplify information that was negative towards him. All of these companies really were major problems, and Twitter was one of them at the time. When Elon Musk bought it, it opened things up. He allowed people like Alex Jones back on the platform, me back on the platform. I was banned before. I'm back on there, so follow me on X. And it is a beautiful place now that you can actually say what you think, and that's what they don't want. Big tech hates that. The big companies, the media companies, hate that even more, and they all do collude together. It is a big situation, and it is an antitrust situation. These people control the major stakes in all of these industries, and they are just propaganda outlets at this point, and that's why we cover them so much on here. It has been a terrible thing. Elon really changed the game. And I have no doubt, honestly, I think I'd be banned on YouTube if it wasn't for Elon, because YouTube was censoring quite a bit. And, with X, they have to kind of compete. And so they've gotten a little more relaxed in their censorship standards, which has been great for people like me who are a little too based for here. It's been a lot of fun. So I love this, and I love the lawfare that's going on. This is the way that we have to do things, because there are rules on the books against antitrust. There are rules on the books against tortious interference, and there are rules on the books against defamation. And all those three things are leveled at conservatives in the culture all the time to try to just destroy us so we can't form alternatives to Disney and the like. It's a big, terrible thing. And so the lawfare is the way to go forward. This is a blueprint on how to help things. And of course, him helping out Gina Carano with her lawsuit against Disney is a big, big deal. I've done this before. I've sued the World Science Fiction Convention. I'm a science fiction author. They banned me in 2018 and libeled me a racist bully on their website. And what happened in that situation was I cost them over $130,000. They paid me. And I won. And then they had to issue a retraction and an apology. And so that's the way to go forward, is to do this kind of thing and, make the rubble bounce. And I really hope he does so with Twitch, because this is such a big deal. Twitch is under heavy scrutiny from advertising companies over statements made by high-profile content creators on their service, like Hassan Piker. If you don't know, a bunch of the companies that were boycotting X, and actually Disney's back, welcome back at Disney, you know where the people are at, so you know what you have to do. It's very funny. Are moving from Twitch because Twitch is causing so many problems because Hassan Piker's saying such terrible, crazy things over there. And so in July of this year, the House Judiciary Committee, helmed by Congressman Jim Jordan, published a scathing report on the Global Alliance for Responsible Media and the World Federation of Advertisers that created it. The Judiciary Committee found that they... which were formed as a means of, quote, combating misinformation of what they described as, quote, harmful content, had a disproportionate amount of influence over the market, and believed that as coordinating arm of several multinational businesses, its organization flew directly in the face of antitrust regulations. So now all of this is coming to a head right now. So there's so much going on with Twitch. We saw the Twitch apocalypse earlier this week, and the advertisers are fleeing from there. We saw the censorship of Asmongold, because Asmongold basically just said he didn't care about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, which was showed that the rules were for some and not for others, because the stuff that Hassan says is way more extreme than the stuff that Asmongold said. Now, he made a little edgy thing that was a little over the line, but he shouldn't have been banned for that. And his profuse apology was kind of sad to me, but at least he's back on the train. I've seen some nice videos from him from that point, but obviously it doesn't apply to Hassan. So it's like, what's going on here? The rules are not applied equally. It's all the leftist talking points can be said one way, but if you're not using leftist talking points, you get yeeted. And that's how these companies have been for a long, long time. It has been terrible as a content creator to try to navigate this stuff, as a lot of people know. But advertisers saying, enough's enough, because we can't have people advocating terrorism and actually be advertising on those properties. It doesn't work. And so they pulled back pretty big. Twitch is in huge trouble. They're scrambling right now, and this only adds to the pile as Elon Musk is now taking them on as well in lawfare. So he did this. He filed suit on it, and the streaming service Rumble also announced they were joining the lawsuit against GARM and WFA. And so Musk says, what are they hiding? Damning discovery of documents. This is exactly like what's happening with Gina Carano and Disney right now. It's really a lot of fun. So X Corp had one settlement with Unilever already, and then it goes even further at this point. In the amended complaint on Monday, X Corp announced that it was adding Twitch Interactive Inc. to the lawsuit. In the document, X Corp alleges that Twitch was a party to antitrust activities because, and this is Amazon is a giant media monopoly in books, in distribution of goods, in of course streaming content, and of course television and movie content. Now they are. This is what antitrust is designed to hit, is a company like Amazon. And back in the day, AT&T used to get into their little fingers in all sorts of different things, and they were split up into different companies because of that at the time. Antitrust has not really been invoked in recent years, and it's because, in my opinion, the government's been owned by special interest groups who are backed by major corporations who are allowed to act in antitrust kind of matters. But Amazon does manipulate the market in a very negative way. I could go off on that for hours, so I'll stop there. But I'm very, very happy that Elon Musk is taking this on. In the document, X Corp alleges that they were a party to antitrust activities. They implemented the GRARM brand safety standards, within official policy and, according to the complaint, received executive endorsement at Amazon-owned company. Twitch manifested its assent to the agreement by and among GARM's advisor members to adopt, implement, and enforce the brand safety standards by publicly endorsing the GARM brand safety standards and by communicating its consent to the GARM brand safety standards to GARM. Oof, that's a lot of GARM. I'll just call them GERM from now on. It's easier. According to one GERM document, because it's like germs, right? They spread. Communicated by GERM to its members, the GERM brand safety standards have received executive endorsement at Twitch. Twitch has also implemented the GERM safety brand standards to its own content policies. According to one Twitch document, all content on Twitch must comply with Twitch's policies called Community Guidelines and Terms of Service. My favorite thing is terms of service. Community guidelines follow best practices established by GERM and align to GERM brand safety content floor. So there we are. Asmongold responded to this on a stream saying, I completely support Elon Musk in this. I totally support him. Here's the problem. Companies are effectively acting like cartels. 100% Asmongold. And what I mean by that is the companies making decisions in a group. Because of that, they are exercising monopoly control over markets by functioning as a cartel. And by, I mean, breaking antitrust laws. I totally support him. I think he should go as far as he possibly can because I don't want to have my decisions. I don't want to have my speech regulated by international companies that use slave labor. That's basically it. I don't want to see that happen. And that's exactly the thing that is happening right now, guys. And so this is a big move forward. It's huge. Share this story about because, guys, like I think this is the biggest story of the week, and it really, really matters. This has such an impact on culture beyond anything else, and that's why we're reporting it here. What do you think about this? Do you think Elon's got standing, and do you think he's going to be able to take down Twitch? Leave a comment down below. Hit the like and subscribe button, my friends, and do sign up for the Fandom Pulse Substack. There are a lot of free articles. There's some paid ones as well, and we really appreciate your support. We're doing this full time, and we need people like you to support us because we're not relying on advertisers. We've been screwed enough on that front, and you've probably heard my video spiels talking about it before. But this is all going to be supported by viewers like you, and with that, we are going to be able to have the most important pop culture news website in the entire world. That is our goal here over the next year. Thank you so much for the support. We'll be back soon.